Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alright, let's talk about something that absolutely blows my mind. Why do some women leave good men who actually treat them right, for some so-called bad guy or Chad? You know exactly the type I'm talking about, the dude who barely texts back, doesn't commit, but somehow gets all the attention. Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
My ex-boyfriend of 6 years. Love him. Really good guy. The last year of our relationship, I started cheating on him with a guy in LA. And that guy was the one who told me, break with your boyfriend, move to LA.
Was he cheating on you too, or
He's a good boy.
why did you cheat on your 6-year relationship?
I was so bored and so young, and just like, when you're that young, it's like you don't know what you want in life. And like in the moment, it seems like a good setup and you think you're happy and content. And then you reach like 2021 and you're like, oh fuck, like I have a lot of life to live. And like I didn't want to stay in Nevada. And then I met this guy who was like my dream guy, who was like so fucking hot. And like my ex-boyfriend of 6 years, we stopped having sex. Like I wasn't sexually attracted to him. It was just like we were so comfortable and like family and like roommates at that point. But like just there was no sexual romantic aspect to it. So then I met that guy.
Women sharing that they cheated on their perfect husband. Is it a good thing that these women are cheating in whorish ways? Well, okay, I wouldn't say a good thing. I think it's a good thing women are saying it. Because before, do you know what I mean? Women would cheat with the neighbor. And you know, there's genealogy records that show this. Now, the only difference is now women's opportunity to cheat is like endless. It's like dick here, dick there, here. You could like Tom, Dick, Harry, and the opportunities that the Chads we can cheat with. It's like women go to the dick store. Can I say that on YouTube? Should I say the husband store? I don't know. Women don't even want to be married. You know what I mean? Women go, okay, I'll just go to the man store, and it's like you could get a DJ with a big schlong, and and he's very popular. But then women are like, maybe I want a job. So we go to the 6'4" finance guy. And yeah, I mean, he works a lot. You barely see him, but he gives you some money and you go away.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So
ladies and gentlemen, this phenomenon is called when a woman dates out of her league, thinking she deserves the commitment from that man, but he perceives her to not be in his league, so he puts her in the category of fornication only. Yes, men will sleep with women that they would not commit to and take seriously in a relationship. And that is what is occurring here.
what the fuck were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body?
Ah, here comes the emasculation.
Have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every fucking time?
Because this woman here continues to go after men that are out of her league, and they know that. Deep down, she knows that, but she continues to do it, and the men take advantage of it, and this is what they do.
Let's talk about the 5 men you should never date. 1. Don't date the Chad who treats you like a queen after midnight, but an option before 10 p.m. If the only time he's being kind to you is when he's trying to get something from you, he's not being vulnerable, he's being manipulative. You don't need to break down his barriers or see who he really is, because he's showing you who he really is, you just don't want to believe it yet. 2. Don't date the Chad who still thinks his glory days from college are the present day. Buddy, you were a D1 athlete 15 years ago, and now you play club tennis at your dad's country club, beating other dads who are just trying to get a workout in and talk to somebody over the age of 5 on a Saturday. You may end up winning the match, but you end up looking like the loser, because guess what? You're not playing the same game because everyone else loves who they are now versus who they were 15 years ago. 3. Don't date the Chad who doesn't understand that you can't be bought, that your desire to be taken out to dinner doesn't outweigh your desire to be respected. Look, I'm a hoe for Chanel, but no flat bag is ever going to fill the void of being being with a man who thinks I'm an accessory and not a partner to his life. 4. Don't date the Chad who needs to flex his pedigree, his bank account, or his investments. Dear Chad, your not so subtle implication that you have the cash monies or come from the cash monies only shows me that at best you're insecure and at worst you're lying, because quality speaks for itself and lack of quality is usually the loudest Chad in the room. 5. Don't date the Chad who needs to lose you in order to appreciate you. If he couldn't see how much of a catch you were the first time, he doesn't deserve a second time, because devaluing yourself won't make Chad value you more, it just makes you love yourself less. And at the end of the day, losing yourself is a much bigger loss than losing a Chad.
So I get a lot of comments like this when I talk about dating in your 30s. And I was like, why does this bother me so much? You know, because obviously there's, you know, the implicit slut shaming that is being alluded to here. But I feel like as women, we're so numb to it at this point. You literally can't exist as a woman without being called. You could be the biggest prude on earth and someone will still find a reason to call you a slut. So like, there's never any merit to this take. But I think what bothers me most about it is you're implying that because of my past relationships, I'm damaged, when really I am enlightened. I've learned so much from my past relationships, okay? And I've also had the very wonderful privilege of all of my adult relationships have been with wonderful human beings. They're incredible people. Were they the right guys for me? No. But I am so proud of who they are as people, and I still have love in my heart for them, and I hope that they take what we learned in our relationship together and they apply it to their future relationships, just like I'm applying it to the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, hopefully, if that's even a thing. I hate this idea that if a relationship doesn't end in marriage, that it's a failure. Sometimes relationships end because you've just learned all you can from them.
People always, and I mean always, think the grass is greener on the other side. And once they go over there and realize it's piss in the grass, then they want to be all sad and want somebody to feel sorry for them and want to come back. No. You pick a side, you got to stay there. And I said people because it's not just women who do this. Men do this too, but more times than not, it's women. And I do not feel an ounce of sadness for her. I ruined not just my marriage, but my entire life leaving my husband. I left him for absolutely no reason. He was very nice to me, which means he was a good husband. He was a good man. I regret leaving my husband. Of course you do. A man promised you that he would treat you better, and he, of course, didn't. It is so easy to play women because they, more times than not, if they like you, pretty much everything you say, they're going to believe.
I slightly cheated on my boyfriend. How do I regain his trust and save our relationship?
Well, anyone can be saved if they are holy enough. But let's find out.
I made a terrible decision and I completely regret it. I've taken some important lessons about boundaries, transparency, and honesty. I think these lessons can help him feel secure and safe with me. To start off, setting boundaries. I got to this point because I didn't see appropriate boundaries. My boyfriend didn't like this guy because he was much older, married, and mostly because he kept flirting with me. I told my boyfriend he needs to be okay with me having guy friends, just like I'm okay with him having girlfriends. He told me he's okay with my guy friends, but not the one that's constantly flirting with me and that I just met him, which, looking back on it, is a fair statement and would have avoided this situation. Okay, so transparency. The guy my boyfriend didn't like is wealthy, which makes sense. He's much older and his wife also makes good money. He invited me out to this really nice restaurant. My boyfriend takes me to nice places too, but mostly on special occasions because of finances. But this guy took me to a nice Michelin star restaurant, and I wasn't transparent to my boyfriend about where and who I was with, which in the future, I will be 100% transparent. So the biggest thing is I felt obligated to flirt back, and I have to recognize that I'm never obligated to do anything because someone is being nice. After the dinner, which was amazing, we went to this great rooftop bar, got a hookah, and we kissed. He wanted to take things further, but I couldn't betray my boyfriend like that. So we just kissed, and then he took me home. When my boyfriend asked me about it, I was not the most honest. From this point forward, he gets 100% honesty. I don't know who told my boyfriend, but somehow he knew. I do have it narrowed down because I did a group FaceTime call to tell my friends about what happened, and they were the only ones who knew. It's 5 different people it could be, and my boyfriend won't tell me who told him about it. But that's a problem for another day. He wanted to break up, but I convinced him to give me time to fix this. The core issue is he says he can't trust me and doesn't want to be in a relationship where he has to doubt if his girlfriend is telling the truth when she says where she's going and who she's with, or feel the need to play detective, and he's not doing that. But he did graciously give me some time to make it right. He said that if I have a way to get him to trust me 100% and can go to sleep while I'm out and be confident that I'm not doing anything, he will take me back. So Anyone, especially people who face similar issues. What do you do to reassure your partner so they could trust you 100% and feel safe? Or what did your partner do? I honestly just think like long-term action, like long-term proof that you're never going to do it again. And you show that with time, repeated efforts, not just like, oh, let me just do this one thing and then all of a sudden he will trust me again. Like trust is earned, baby girl.
It's almost like some women are addicted to the chaos. They'll say they want a good man, but when he's actually there, he's too boring or too nice. What they really want is the thrill, the drama, the roller coaster ride that comes with the guy who couldn't care less. And here's the kicker. Later down the line, when Chad has moved on, cheated, or treated them like garbage, they circle back talking about how they wish they had a good man, or where did all the good men go. But by then, a lot of good men have already moved on. Or worse, become bitter because they learned that being nice didn't get them anywhere.
I was just young and dumb. I'm sorry, you were married to a man with 3 kids. Was he working?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Did you have to work?
I didn't have to.
So you were married to a man that you didn't have to work and you had all 3 of your kids, and yet you thought you could divorce him and find better. Great. Before you met him at 27, between 18 and 27, what happened here?
I was with him as my high school sweetheart. What? Is that a whoop?
So you were with a man that you've known and you've seen him grow from high school to 27. He married you, put you in a position that you did not have to work. You had 3 children, yet you decided to divorce him and go elsewhere. And then you want to talk about how you struggled to be something. See, that's where all that comes in place. Nobody's going to give you credit for struggling. You chose it.
I agree. Like I said, I was young.
No, ma'am. Some of you don't deserve a second chance.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to tell you this. A lot of men will hear that and say, wait a minute, you found a good man. He married you. He sat you down. You had 3 children and you divorced him for no good reason. This is how men are going to hear this. I married my high school sweetheart almost 10 years after college, after high school. I did not have to work. He took care of everything. All I had to do was be the wife and have babies. And he took care of it. But that still wasn't good enough. I divorced him. Then I had to go out and struggle on my own. Now I look back and say I was young and dumb. Most men are going to say, you don't deserve a second chance. I'm not saying that's what a lot of men are going to hear. And you had a husband paying all the bills. And you threw it all away.
Well, today was the day. After leaving my husband last fall, we are finally divorced. Just went through a Zoom meeting for our hearing. Everything went well. It's funny how you look back at things and you think, what could I have done differently? Oh yeah, I could have done a lot of things differently. Would I have saved this marriage? I don't know. I think I've become a new person, but I think I've become a better person. I've learned a lot of lessons, and I really think that everybody comes into your life for a reason. So I learned a lot from him, and I learned a lot about myself, which was probably the most important part. Now I'm ready to move on. So it's a new season. It's fall. All these leaves are going to fall pretty soon. And I'm just happy and grateful. So today is March 1st, and I would have been married 19 years today. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. I did walk away from the marriage last fall. And the bottom line is I woke up this morning with my cat on my head and my dog laying next to me. And I thought, there's no place I'd rather be. So I know that that was the right decision. Wasn't something that I ever thought would happen, but it did. And it seems like the right path. So today, instead of calling it my would-be 19th anniversary, I'm calling it my first anniversary with me, loving me. And I'm going to celebrate it every year, even if or when I do find somebody else. Today is going to be my first anniversary going forward forever.
My favorite men are the men that just work. Like, if you're a man, you need to be at work. Where all the good men, they're at work, doing their job, focusing on their job, excelling in their fields. Those are the best men, because a man who is not happy with his career or where he's at in life are the most evil men you will ever meet. They're the most insecure, evil men. They will ruin your fucking life. and they're just not fun to be around. Guys, working, career, happy, of course, probably wants to excel more. We all do. But like, that man is your man. The man that's not happy with where he's at in his career, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Love you, bye. See you later. Can't chat.
I cheated on my husband over and over and over again, and I don't regret it. Get ready with me for this anonymous story time. I met my husband. We were in high school. We were high school sweethearts. At that time, I used to go to church. I was raised Christian, and I always used to sing at church, and I think that's one of the reasons why he fell in love with me, because I was a good girl. He was my first and only man for many years, and he loved that. He ate that shit up. Just the thought of him being the only one to touch my body and be with me and make me feel the way he would make me feel was an idea that he couldn't let go of. And I get it. Imagine being your partner's only one. That's a dream from heaven. The problem was that when you're raised to walk and talk a certain way and be conservative and be a good girl, you crave other things. For many years, I suppressed the feelings of wanting more, of the desires that I had. When you're not allowed to go out, to club, to drink, that's the only thing you can think of. I wanted to dance. I wanted to experiment different partners, multiple partners. However, I did love him, and that's what stopped me. For many years, I tried to spice up the relationship. I would text him nudes. I would text him what I wanted to do to him. But he never gave me the same energy. Instead, he would text me, "What are you doing? This is not you. When you go out, is this how you act?" And honestly, I was looking for something more than the missionary position. We had many fights because I wanted to go out and he didn't. He didn't even want to go out with me, dance with me, do things with me that I wanted to do with him. After many years of suppressing my feelings, something happened that gave me a way out. He was taking a shower and he had left his phone on the coffee table, and I decided to go through it. And what I found was that he was liking these skinky girls' pictures. He was liking girls that were half naked. And I was like, what? I'm over here trying to be a good girl for you to be liking skinky bitches? I can be one too. This made me feel like I wasted my time hiding who I really am inside. And it snapped something in me. I didn't understand why it was so difficult for him to give me what I wanted. That was it. I wasn't gonna wait anymore to get what I wanted. I didn't want to die with any regrets. He had a friend that would look at me with these eyes, that would follow me at parties, that would touch my skin and make me feel like I've never felt before. He's the one I wanted to try. I fantasized with him for so many years, and I had enough. One day, we were at a party, and I said this is the perfect opportunity. Because at this party, the bathroom had 2 doors, one to enter the bathroom and one to go to the bedroom. So I said, tonight's the night. Since he always followed me around, it was the perfect plan. I was also drunk, guys, so don't judge me. I got up and I went to the restroom. I waited in the little hall and I had my compact mirror to see when he was coming. When I saw that he was coming, I entered the bathroom. I knew he was waiting for me, so it was just very easy to open the door and pull him in. I told him, I know what you want. I want the same thing. And then I said, no one's gonna ever find out. And I kissed him. He kissed me back, and it was the best kiss I ever experienced in my life. I completely enjoyed the moment. It was something I never experienced. However, I was dumb. I didn't use protection. Neither of us were prepared because we never thought this would happen. Him betrayed his friend, me betrayed my husband. It was not in the cards for us. But the worst part was that we both felt something strong when we kissed, when we made love. After this, I couldn't stop. The feeling of doing something I wasn't supposed to do was something that I never felt. It would calm me. It would make me just fantasize of the night. Him and I only slept with each other once. But I had to feel that again. I had to find someone else to fulfill that feeling. And I did. I kept cheating on my husband over and over and over again, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. I had no idea why. Was it my daddy issues? I didn't understand what was it that called me to be this type of person. Every time I cheated, it just became easier and easier. My husband never found out. But I'm sure he always wondered, where did I get these new moves from? Sometimes I think if I should come clean or just wait till I get caught. I don't know what I should do, guys. I don't think it's normal for me to be acting this way.
At the end of the day, it comes down to choices. If you keep choosing Chads, don't complain when you get bad results. And if you had a good man and let him go for some Chad, just know, he's probably not waiting around when you come back. What do you think? Are good men really being left behind for dudes that don't even care about them and just want to hit it and quit it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you've seen this play out, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Catch you on the next one.